Alright traders, hello, and this is the end of week chart analysis wrap up. It's the 21st of March 2020, and I just want to go over briefly, and I don't do this often, the indices just to see how the S&P 500 and the SX 200 finished. So just looking at this chart, we'll bring up the daily, and it really does paint a pretty sobering picture actually. I mean, just look at that. So it finished at the lows of the week. It certainly did. Wow, the weekly candle. I'll just leave that up there for a moment. I didn't play this, and I actually have been learning how to trade this, and I will be. Look, I was sort of, it was around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. I was watching it, and I'm like, you know, I had to get up early today, and I was like, do I want to take a weekend position on this? And I was like, well, I didn't. And I think if we go to the 4 hour, I was watching it, and you know, I know obviously the news is looking pretty dire, but I think in there, or even that third last candle, and it sort of came down, but I was like, it could potentially bounce here. It's overall the picture is very dire, and more states are closing down or locking down. Sorry, but I didn't. And then the Dow as well. Much the same, the ASX 200. Whoa. I actually, I thought it did a little bit better than that. I was monitoring it when it was floating around 5,000, and then I guess in the US session, that's how it sort of finished up. So that is the overall context in the equities markets, the ones that I monitor. What I will do is go to the Aussie dollar. I didn't actually take a trade this week, to be honest. I took the Aussie dollar last week, and I didn't hold it over the weekend. But strangely, it didn't actually gap down over the weekend either. So I was like, okay, and it did bounce as well. And I was contemplating actually getting in long. I saw someone I follow on Twitter was talking about it, and there might have been like a screenshot posted on Facebook, and I was sort of like, you know, valid from a technical standpoint. It just had to attract buys eventually. It didn't quite pan out though. And I've got the 4 hour. As you can see, like there was probably an entry here just where I've got the cursor, and I just was unsettled. And you know, the Aussie dollar's been good to me. As you can see, I traded it there. And I mean, to me, it's pretty bad trading, because I should have just kept holding it, because there was no real reason to get out. I might have been stopped out when I did this, because I might have continued to move the trailing exit, but still, you know, if you can capture some profits in these markets, considering how, you know, hedge funds are going and everything like that. Even Ray Dalio is down for the year as well, and he's just like an uber guru genius when it comes to trading. So you've just got to take what you can and not be too greedy. That was my sort of thing there. I was just like, you know what, this is moving really nicely for me, and I got out with, you know, some profits. I'll bring up the Euro US dollar as well, and I was talking about why this was a valid short. I didn't end up taking it either, and this is how it ended for the week as well. So I don't really need to say anything. I mean, the picture, you know, says it all really there. I'll continue to monitor that for longs, but the US dollar seems to really be the flavor of the month still currently, and the chart shows that as well. Gold, so it had a little bit of a bounce here as well. Again, I didn't trade it. It's been a lot of profit taking. The high, what was the high that it got to? 1703. Okay, so it's definitely had quite the turbulent year so far. But it looks, we'll see what happens here. It could rally a little bit. I'm not really entertaining a trade there. If I do, it's sort of short term during the day, and I'm monitoring it all the time, and I'm moving the stock to break even soon. And so it's not something I'm going to be like, this is a fantastic trade. It's more just in case something pops. But this month has been good. It's nearly been 3%. So I'm sort of like on cruise control nearly. I'm like, I'm happy. I understand that, you know, you've got to take full advantage of these months. And to me, the main trade was the Aussie dollar. And I missed that, and that unsettled me. So I'm like, well, I'm just stepping back a little bit. But the Aussie dollar, we'll see if it rolls over. I'm short biased on it, but it's sort of like it could rally a little bit further. We'll see. We'll see. The pound, so it's trading below that support zone. It's been a little irrational, everything. So you've just got to be willing to adapt. You either want to adapt or just don't trade. Like, don't try and force the system when things are broken. Like, just be like, I'm out. Because, I mean, if you try and force something, it's just going to cause you a lot of duress. I just want to bring up the USDN as well. So USDN might be petering out here a little bit. I'll get the weekly chart up. I'll keep this video short, though. This is sort of the watch list as well. There's not much to recap in regards to what I did trade. I'm just sort of just talking hypotheticals when I'm talking about, you know, if you've been shorting the Aussie dollar, congrats as well. I'm finding myself playing the Aussie dollar quite a bit. I guess it's just because I have a good feel for it. I'm well informed with Australian markets and the news and the like, because I'm home a lot. I guess I'm sort of full-time trading right now since I'm back from China. So that's helped a lot. And USD CAD, we'll go to the USD CAD as well. So it's eased off a little bit. Oil is still quite weak, so this thing could continue to push higher. What I will watch for on Monday is, you know, the US session and what sort of cases have occurred over the weekend in regards to coronavirus and maybe more state lockdowns, and we'll see if the whole country gets locked down. If it does, then we'll see what the US dollar does. It could rally still. I mean, where it is at the index, it's definitely quite overbought. But in a situation like this, with what's going on around the world, things become a little bit unbalanced and irrational. So we'll see if more money flows into the US, and I think from there, it's just my main watch is probably the Aussie dollar, because it's actually the ranges have really expanded out as well. So there's some potential there. Bring that back up again. But we'll see. I mean, looking at the 4 hour, I'll go to the daily. Let's see how it ended for the day. That candle. It's not a long there. It's definitely more short. It's just taking out stops and just gathering more liquidity to move lower, to me, it looks like. But we'll watch that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright guys, that's the video for now. Thanks for watching. Again, if you got any questions, leave it in the comment section. I'll get to them straight away. And I hope everyone has a great weekend. Bye for now.